Hi everybody, it's Kate from Paradiso Presents, and we're going to offer you a new set of segments for our video portion of the website. So I'm going to hit the whiteboard and I'm going to talk to you about community. Now, for those of you who have been to our seminars or plan on attending in 2013, you know that Chris is very adamant about understanding the word community when you start your social media process. And it's huge, and I'm going to go into that today. By kind of taking a look at how sales trends have changed and how your community is absolutely essential for you to grow. And in turn, social media is going to help you get to the community of your choice. Okay, so I want to start off kind of like, let's cut back to 4 years ago in 2009. Okay, and at that time, I was in a sales in the sales division of the automotive industry, but they all correlate ultimately to be the same. 2009, if you built rapport with somebody and they liked you, oftentimes if price was a little bit higher, but yet within reason, you would still be able to retain and captivate that customer. And in turn, as long as they were happy with the performance and what you offered them, they would probably come back and ask you again. Cut to 2013 now that we're in more than ever, and due to the economy, people are price driven, and we're seeing that more and more and more. People are saying, okay, well, you know, you have really good service and this and that, but everybody has service, and that's another thing that we'll touch on later. So now what you have is you have people that will say, give me a price, give me a price, give me a price. So how do you combat that, especially as an independent agent, which I'm going to let you know in advance, a lot of people don't even know what that word means. So 2013, that's something that we need to fix. Okay, so we're going to talk about find, capture, retain. This is going to be huge for 2013 and for future reference, FRC. Okay, find, capture, retain, and we're going to do this via the community. All right, so when we talk about community, a lot of times we talk about where we live. So for Chris and I, it's Stafford Springs, born, raised, and currently live here. Yeah, Stafford in Connecticut looks kind of like a pork chop. Thus, it was so easy for me to draw that. So we always look at that as the community, but we have to change our theory on community. And this is how I want to start. Really what community should mean to an independent agent is things that you are involved in or things you want to be involved in. So for instance, I'm going to give you my personal take. For me, I love to go to the gym. Stafford Springs is a huge part of my life with my StaffordSprings.com, live with Kate and Kurt. And then one of my other favorite things to do is play golf. And subsequently, they overlap because a lot of people that I go to the gym with live in Stafford and also play golf in the area. So we find and we build a lot of common ground. So I'm actually taking these activities and the town community that I live in, and I'm using that to hopefully get people to want to buy insurance for me because they know me, they respect me, and we have a good common ground rapport built relationship. So we have to get back to the roots of building rapport. And again, when I say rapport, to me, that's to capture the person and to retain the person. To find the people, that's where social media is going to come into play, okay? You know, with what, 75% of the population on Facebook or some other type of social media site, our customers are no longer where they were before. And when you have an activity, putting a sign out on the road is just not doing it. Okay, so it's really, that's where the social media part is finding the customer. Capturing and retaining the customer is your voice, what you stand for, and how you're going to associate yourself with the community of your choice. On a different level, with Paradiso Insurance, which is our sister agency, that is something that we use community for as far as veterans, honoring our servicemen and women, and also working with our community to make a better outlook for our town, Stafford Springs, okay? So that's how we're getting in our community. So if you were to say, Kate, you know, what's the community of Paradiso Insurance? It's really simple, I can even tell you. It's our military, it's our men and women, it's the veterans that we have, it's Chris's involvement with the DVIC, and it's Stafford Springs. My Stafford Springs and our military is huge for us. And in turn, what we're finding is that our genuine concern and our genuine want and need to help these communities is in turn helping us retain the clients that can associate with that same community. Okay, so now what's happening is that our agency, okay, has embraced the communities, and now we're finding that we're getting a different source of traffic. We're getting referrals again. It's all going back to 2009, okay, where building a rapport equaled loyalty in your sales, okay? And this is all about helping that funnel, the bottom line, making sure that we retain the customers that we have. And the whole scheme of things, a small business can go by this same thing. This is not rocket science, but if we continue to think of community as just latitude and longitude of where we are, we're actually failing, and we're doing a disservice to the other communities that we should be a part of, especially if it's something that we want to and something that we're really concerned about. So again, independent agents, remember, people don't know that you have options. Okay, so yes, we're competitive in price, but in reality, we may not always be able to beat the direct writer. Okay, but people don't realize that they have the options to go to an independent agent, okay, and get a plethora of quotes versus just going to a direct writer who gives you one quote. And in turn, the same rapport that you built with your clients to retain them and to capture them, let them know too that when something does happen at the time of a claim, God forbid, that independent agent, the same one that you've built a rapport with in these communities, is going to be right by your side. Okay? We're forgetting to focus on what an independent insurance agent is. Now we just need to correlate independent insurance agent with their community. And again, it goes back to my whole theory, which we're going to touch upon a lot this year, is find, capture, retain. If we can do this, everybody's going to see their numbers go up, and we're going to combat direct writers, and we're going to be able to have a successful 2013, 2014. So enough babbling about that. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have questions, you can absolutely go to our website and email us or shoot us a message. And otherwise, I will see you next week for another whiteboard day. Take care.